Willie show. I'm your host, Frito, and we also got your boy here, Willie Mac Trill in the building.
Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is.
Uh,
Y'all see the whiteboard in the back? We professionals over here. We make notes.
Yeah, I need me one of those. I need,
Target. No, or Staples. Target was out. What is Staples?
Okay.
But yo, make sure you get, as important as the whiteboard is, you gotta get the magnetic markers, son. The magnetic markers just put on a whole new level to me. Gotta get the magnetic markers.
What do y'all put on? What do y'all do on there? Like what?
Oh, well, this is actually what I use for my my thesis. Like when I make my plans, like I have my weekly, what I want to accomplish per week on there. So that's just mine. The wife cannot touch my whiteboard. You know, she got her own stuff. Me. Sometimes I do put like podcast notes on there. If it's like, oh, I need to research this.
Yeah.
I'll like put a star by it because I walk by. Oh, I need to research that Kanye joint or whatever. So yeah.
Yo, Willie is Mr. Organized here, y'all.
I'm not. I only organize about music. No, my book bag is a mess. My car is a mess. But my hip hop, my playlists, they're serious. My books, serious. But that's about it. My video games, serious. So yeah.
Yo, we'll jump right into the topic, man, today, which is posse cuts.
Yes. Posse cuts separate hip hop from almost every other genre. Because I don't know if it's that. I'm sure it's a big deal. But there's no Michael Jackson with Prince with James Brown situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there are a few posse cuts. Shout out to the Secret Garden. You know, on the Quincy Jones album. It's like El DeBarge, James Ingram, Barry White, and Albie Shore.
Oh, come on.
That's a posse cut. But
this ain't an R&B podcast, but let's just say.
But yo, we gotta go. Yo, there might have to be a mini, dude. We may have to talk about that separately.
Okay, but, go ahead.
Yeah. I get excited about the Secret Garden too. The R&B posse cut. We need more R&B posse cuts. Okay, anyway. But with hip hop, the posse cut is so important and so central to what hip hop is, because hip hop is in its nature a competitive sport. So the posse cut itself is this opportunity to get multiple MCs on a beat, and you go into it knowing you're volunteering to be criticized and to be ranked. Because when you get on a posse cut, you know the listeners are gonna be like, yo, Cuz came through, or oh man, Cuz messed up the whole song. And so it's so much about posse cuts that just make everything just so incredible. And I'm glad to talk about those today. Yeah,
man, like a posse cut is, you know, when people say like you get your favorite superheroes together, that's what a posse cut feels like.
Yes, a good posse cut too.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's kind of like you like, oh man, I wonder if like the Marvel characters got all together and did something, or like if Spider-Man and Batman got together to do something. Like, you know, that's how a posse cut feels. Especially with randos. It's like, what? So-and-so's on with such.
Especially when you get like the different styles, you just like, oh wow, I didn't think this would even work. Like these two people on the same track, but it's working. It's incredible.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love posse cuts. Cuts. But, so what's your definition of a posse cut, though? Just so we understand. What's your definition?
So definition, that's a tough one. So most posse cuts, I feel like, are going to have 4 or more people in them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Posse cut. They're normally like not with a group, but it could be a combination of groups.
Yes.
You know? Yeah. You know you're on a posse cut when there's no hook. Sometimes.
Oh, you dropping some science right now, because we don't have time for a hook. We don't want to waste those 12 bars. Like, you know, those bars. We'd have no room for bars for hooks.
Right.
We gotta cram 6 people on this track, and it not be over 5 minutes. So no hook. That's real.
You know, so that's some of my definition. And of course, you got the label mate posse cuts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all types. There's the party cuts.
Yeah.
Where you have like they're not as serious. It's like, oh, let's get all these people to drink, just have a good time, and it's dope. But then you also have the gritty cut, where you know this person A knew that person C was gonna be on the song, and I gotta bring my top-notch lyricism on this joint because I am not gonna let Black Thought outshine me. I'm not about to let 3000 make me look bad. Like, let me do, you know what I mean? And that's real. Like, so there's all types of posse. Like you said, the label posse cut, the party cut, the real straight up lyrical, like no hook cut. And so we're gonna talk about a lot of those today. So yeah, good time. Good time.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, any more definitions of what a posse cut is for you, man?
Yeah, so the only thing, so the song I'm just gonna put this out there before it happens.
Mm-hmm.
In today's conversation, I am not going to be discussing Wu-Tang songs. The Wu-Tang is the definition of a posse or a clique, but they're their own category. And so, if I don't mention Triumph or chess boxing or protect your neck, it's not because I'm like, man, this dude just ain't no Wu stuff. No, it's just that they're their own category, and we promise, we're doing the Wu series right now. We will have a conversation about the Wu-Tang songs and those super massive posse cuts, but just not in today's conversation.
Right. Agreed. So, let's jump into it, man.
Let's go.
Let's talk about some posse cuts in our lives, man. You know what I mean? Do you want to go first? Because I know you got some fire.
You want me to go first? You want me to go first?
Bring your fire, dog. Go ahead. You go first.
Okay. I literally made a playlist of posse cuts. So
I bet you did.
Reference. There's like 40 songs. I'm not gonna be able to go through probably, but 5 or 6 of them. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna start off hard.
Go ahead.
I am gonna start off with "Watch for the Hook" from the Dungeon Family.
Oh yeah. My gosh!
So I'm starting with that one because I get angry when it's not mentioned in posse cuts. Because, especially if you have the album version, because the album version starts off with Big Rube. And Big Rube drops some serious spoken word starting off. And so it's that crescendo. Like, what's about to happen here? And then, we're just going to start off with 3,000. Let's just start with 3,000. You know what I'm saying? Never before has any crew been so diverse. Trying to outdo the last verse is my curse. He's like, dog, 3,000 is like 8 bars, dude. Like 6 bars. It is ridiculous. Somebody grabbing them with 2 pills because they tested me. Like it's, and then you have Witch Doctor who comes in. I fly through the night. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody just comes through. You have the CeeLo and Cujo conversational verse where you have a hard time understanding what they're saying, to be honest with you, but they battling. You know what I'm saying? And then you still got Gip to go. You still got Big Boy to go. And you still got Timo, who I think actually has the best verse in the song. Timo to go. And then you still got Bree. It's Cool Breeze's song.
And the thing is, Cool Breeze still came with it.
Yes. He was easily, besides Witch, of course, Witch and Cool were definitely the least known collective because, of course, the Goody Mob albums have been out, and, of course, Outkast have been out. And so to have Witch and Cool Breeze come on there and do their thing, too. Then the video was crazy. They did the whole Reservoir Dogs thing. It's just an incredible song.
I forgot about that song, dude. I forgot about it.
Everybody's different. It was crazy because 3,000 said, you never seen a clique so diverse. It's true. Witch Doctor doesn't rap like Big Boy. Gip doesn't rap like Timo. 3,000 doesn't rap like Breeze. And you're like 8 people are on this song. And like I said, if you have the album version, it's 9 because Rube starts it off for intro. 9 people. They could have gone for 10 more minutes. So it's an incredible song, incredible beat. The dang, 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 dang. it was an incredible beat. It's just an incredible song. Like definitely like on the shortest of lists of I think the greatest Posse cuts ever. In my second favorite Posse cut. We'll talk about my favorite one a little bit. It's not gonna be a surprise to anybody what it is if you know me.
Yeah.
But yes. Yeah. I'm gonna turn it over to you, dog.
Joe, thank you for bringing that up because really that is one of the great songs in Outkast history, or in Dungeon Family history, I should say. Pardon me. But you know what? As soon as you say that, because I also have a Dungeon Family song on my list as well.
Oh dear, what's about to happen?
And I think people don't put it in a list of Posse cuts.
Okay.
But if you think about it, it really is.
Yeah.
And it's probably my favorite song on the Aquemini album, and that's Liberation.
Yes. Yeah, that's a Posse cut. You got Stax, you got Boy, you got Badu, you got CeeLo. Nah, that's a Posse cut. Oh, I think you beat me. I think you got me up. You went up on me right now, dog.
Nah, they both different vibes. Trust me.
Yeah.
And the thing about Liberation, the production of it also plays a role in it too. Because it does have a solo where they just live instrumentation out towards the end.
Yeah, man. Shake your load off, shake your load off, shake your load. It is it's gospel. Like you can play that in church. Nah. Liberation is, and especially what's going on right now, man. Like I've listened to that song like once a week now.
Wow.
Like I need it sometimes. Like the stuff that they're saying in that song about, pretty much, like doing what you got to do to make it through the day.
Yes.
Shake that load off. You know what I'm saying? Like be, it's incredible. No, Liberation is I still wish they would have made a video for that song. That's one of the songs that should have been a video. Like, and I'll be real, they can make the video today. And it is funny, like you can tell who had Aquemini when they talk about Liberation. Cause I sort of feel like it should have been the last. Banner, I gotta give credit. David Banner said the same thing in an interview. David Banner said Aquemini is a perfect album. It only could have been more perfect if that was the last song on the album.
I got you. I hear you.
Like I understand why Chunky Fire, which is dope, as well. But closing out with Liberation might have been the move.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, no Liberation, bro. Like, yo, you got me in a whole zone right now.
That's the thing. The song, whenever you play it, it just puts you at peace, at ease. It just talks about like, yo, I'm not gonna worry about what other people think about me.
Yes.
It feels like, yo, I'm gonna choose my own path in life. I'm gonna be hopeful about life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And yes, there's trouble, but yeah, you know what? Just cast all that aside, player, and let's just not fear life. Let's just live it. You know what I mean? And and you just got so many styles, just like you said, and even your boy with the spoken word too in the middle of that mug.
Oh, Rube. Yeah, Rube. My bad. Yeah, Rube's on that joint. Yeah, Rube coming through with that intermission, almost like to get yourself together before the last part. It is like 3 songs in one there. Liberation is the definition of a Posse cut. Yo.
So that's my Posse cut right there, boy. Yeah, I know.
Oh, man.
I know.
Okay, yeah. This is getting for real. Okay. All right. Okay.
Go ahead with yours, boy.
Woo-hoo. All right, so I'm going to switch it up a little bit
Go ahead.
To another underrated Posse cut. I don't know why it doesn't get talked about a lot.
Okay.
Especially when I name the people who on this song. Biggie, Redman, Busta Rhymes, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Big Mike from the Ghetto Boys, Buckshot from Black Moon, and I'm gonna say this name and you may get some giggles, but at the time it was a big deal. Coolio. And this song is called The Point, and it's from the Black Panther soundtrack. And it is freaking nuts. It's freaking nuts. And like the video version actually shortens a lot of their verses. So the real song I think is like 9 minutes long, but if you see the video like on YouTube, I think it's like 5 minutes long. And it's just Biggie. Oh, Ill and Out Scratch. That's what I missed. Ill and Out Scratch is on the song. It is like a ridiculously incredible song, and I don't know because it's on a soundtrack of a movie that wasn't super popular.
Yeah,
but it's crazy. And Biggie comes in just. I went from construction Timbs to Actress rims, flipping mixtapes to bitches feeding me grapes. Keep my mind state. Big Papa flow is lethal. That weed make my ass want to kill 4 people. That's the first verse. like Redman comes in, Buster comes in with some real like 15% knowledge, and then Bone, they only give them like 6 bars a piece. I still don't know what the heck Busy says. Period. But they all just rip it. And I think I said Redman's verse. Big Mike's verse is really dope. Buckshot comes in with a real quick verse. It is super dope. It's very militant. The beat is real hard hitting. It's dope, man. It's dope.
You got me off guard because I'm like, I think I remember, but I'm not sure.
When you see the video, you're gonna be like, oh yeah. It's one of those ones you probably just haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah.
But it's called The Point.
Yeah.
And just put in Biggie and it's gonna come up. And like it's real, like the low production video, like they pretty much shot it from the studio. You could tell, like everybody let their verse and they just like, let me put a camera on you, you do it live. But it's dope.
Yo, you brought in Buckshot, dude. Like not
Yeah. You know I love Buckshot, for Black Moon. So it is dope. It's a really cool song, man. So yeah. The points.
So I got one for you as well.
All right, let's go.
So this one right here, video ahead of its time. I'm still watching the video. I'm just like,
okay,
this is amazing what they're doing right here. And the song is Sway and King Tex. The anthem.
The anthem. Who that white boy? Who's the white boy? This is my house. You might as well face my face with white out.
So the beat goes hard. This was my first introduction to Tech 9 and Chino XL.
Oh, Chino's so disrespectful. Yeah, Chino's so disrespectful. Chino's verse so disrespectful.
Is he really? Why?
Yeah, because he did the job in their Ramsey line, dude.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Go ahead, though. Go ahead, man. Go ahead with it, though.
So, yeah, but like this is one where there was no verse. It was just MCs just.
No chorus.
Yeah, pardon me. No chorus. Yeah. Thank you very much. No chorus, no hook, no nothing. It's just, you got lyricists just rapping. And the thing is, I don't know if this is to King and to Sway and King Test just production skills. The scratching was impeccable.
Oh, yeah.
The verses coming together from everybody, it just flowed. It
wasn't sloppy. It was not sloppy.
No, not at all. You know what I'm saying? And the video, like I said, the video was amazing, especially for that time. Oh my gosh. The video blew my mind. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Who your favorite verse? So you said your favorite verse was Chino? You said your favorite?
No. That was my first introduction to them.
Gotcha.
And everybody really came through because even Eminem with his Cool G rap, even kind of like, even though his like flow wasn't as great as everybody, but it just meshed well with the song.
He has that lisp. Cool G has that lisp that's just so awesome if you get into it. Yeah.
Exactly. Maybe Tech 9 probably stood out the most for me in his verse.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But just because, he had a lyric on there like, I mixed up styles like the Drummonds. You know what I'm saying? Like, Oh, no.
Yo, that's dope. Ah, ooh. We coming through with some heat. Okay, okay. Okay. Yeah,
Go ahead with yours, man. What's up?
You throwing some legit heat over the plate right now, bro. You throwing some legit heat. Okay, so I'm gonna cut through. All right, so I'm gonna cut through with a little. Well, I guess it's sort of on par. I'm gonna cut through with the headbanger.
Time out. What is this? Please.
EPMD featuring K Solo and Redman. The headbanger. What? The headbanger. What? The head. Because I love this song because it was a very competitive. And there's a hook and everything, but there's competition here.
Okay.
They're all part of the same crew. They all hit squad. EPMD were definitely the mentors, and they ushered in K Solo and Redman into the industry. But all of these cats, you can tell, like, they were like, okay, I'm not gonna be the dude that has the right verse. And every single person has like a legit verse, and it's just like, man, like these cats really bring. But Redman steals the show. Like Redman, like this was. I don't know if it was peak Redman. It probably was. Like there was like a run of like 4 or 5 years where I thought Redman was just everything. You know what I'm saying? Because he was able to do. How can you be intimidating and humorous at the same time? Like that's just crazy to me. Like, and it was just the sound effects, everything, and like he just was just super funny with it. Because I can jam like Teddy if you let me, a good fella, but still rugged like Joe Pesci. And it was just really. And then the video, like I told you in a couple videos other, he had that aesthetic of the Scully pool just a little too far over his eyes, and he looks all grizzled. But he looks like the type of dude you play video games with. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So like this being the definition of a click jam. And I remember that the Wu-Tang was really big at this time, and for them to come through with their own squad posse cut, and everybody, K Solo so underrated. People don't talk about K Solo as much, and like everybody just laid a verse. I love it. It's just super like, and the headbanger is the perfect. It's definitely super nodding your head music, and so like the headbanger, bro. I love that song.
Bro, you bring some stuff I'm like, I gotta like go back in the basement to like remember what.
As you can see, guys, like I said, we not like no like scenario. I'm not going to mention scenario. I'm not going to mention some of the more popular ones because I feel like everybody knows those. So a lot of the ones that you see that we're mentioning are probably things like, oh wow, I didn't think about that one. So that's what we bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? We may throw a popular one out there, but this is what we on right now.
Got you. Well, I'm gonna go down south right quick.
Oh, that's always a good thing. Let's go.
You know what I mean? So I got for you, I'm So Hood. You know what I mean?
I knew a Khaled song was gonna get mentioned. I just didn't know which one. I was like, which? Because I know you. I know I know you can put on for your boy. We the best. You know what I mean? But yeah, go ahead, dog. Yeah. I'm not mad at this one. The original or the remix? The original or the remix?
So the original, because they had all Florida dudes on the original.
Ah, yeah. There you go, for sure.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Now granted, Khaled, has deep Miami roots and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, he's Florida enough. He Miami enough, dog.
But the reason why I love this song, yes, it's a great posse cut. It's just, when a song just resonates, it's kind of like, how Jimmy Butler makes sense with the Miami Heat?
Yes.
I'm So Hood is kind of like, that's right, I am so hood. I know it could follow tropes and stuff like that, but it's just kind of like, if I was hood, I'm so hood. You know what I'm saying? I wear my pants below my waist and stuff like that. I'm so hood. It's just this, you felt that a song really embodied the I'm so hood presence.
And T-Pain was at Magneto level at that time. He could do no wrong. And he was perfect for the hook.
And so
Ply stole the song though. I don't care. Ply stole the song.
Okay. See, let's get into this.
Okay.
Because you brought up two good things. I felt that T-Pain for one, because every rapper really did their thing, but T-Pain for one, that hook, everybody remembers that hook. It's one of the most memorable things about the line. But Plies had the most swag throughout the whole, more than anybody. You know what I mean? He just his showmanship wasn't verbose, but he was just oozing just star potential.
Yeah.
Throughout that whole thing, man, throughout his verse. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm So Hood. Great song, great video. You got your boys Trick in the mix and stuff like that. I mean, Plies up in there. Gosh, I'm losing somebody else in my mind. I can't. Rick Ross.
Because Trick, Ross, and Plies.
And Plies.
And Pain.
So yeah, man, great song right there. That's my down south version of the Posse cut, man, coming through.
All right, since you're gonna do down south, I'm gonna do down south. So I'm not gonna go to Georgia right now. I'm actually gonna go to Texas.
Uh-oh.
And I'm gonna just do the hook real quick. And when I say this hook, some emotions about to come out. I wanna be a baller, shot caller, 20 on the Impala. What? Yo, the definition, like, so it's crazy because this was an introduction to me to a different side of Texas rap. Because I thought I was a Texas rap, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm on Ghetto Boys, I'm on Face, like I'm a Face dude, you know, Ghetto Boys, and of course I am UGK alumni as well. But I wasn't really into the screw stuff as much. And so since I wasn't with the screw stuff, I wasn't used to those artists associated with screw, like Fat Pat, like Big Mello, like Hawk, like Youngstar, like Kiki, and some of those other raps. So this introduced, even though this wasn't a screw song, it introduced me to some of those other incredibly prolific MCs coming out of the Houston area. It's funny because this is Lil Troy's song. Lil Troy is nowhere near the song. Like I thought Lil Troy did the hook this whole, like, for years. Oh, he must be doing the hook. Like, no, he's not. No. He's like Dr. Dre-ish a little bit. Like, this is his compilation album. And it was just a really incredible song. And it also was incredible because it gave me some new styles. Like I said, I knew how Scarface rapped. I knew how Pun and Pimp rapped. I knew how Willie D rapped. Like, there was a different level of twang with this song. Everybody had their unique diction and flow. Like Youngstar, like the way it starts, I'm a baller, I'm a 20-inch crawler, laced up in Paula, diamond rock waller, octane holler, I'm a leader, not a follower. Whoa. I'm already like, is that little? Remember for the video, is he Lil Troy? Who is Lil Troy? Who is this guy? You know, that's Youngstar, and like then you got Fat Pat who had died, and his brother actually did his verse in the video. Like Fat Pat was already been murdered, and you know Fat Pat is mostly associated with another quick Posse cut I go into, which is 25 Lights on My Dresser. And Fat Pat's known from that. I got the 25 Lights in there too. 25 Lights on My Dresser, yes sir.
Yes sir.
I got to get paid. Like that hook, which comes from an MJG song, and that's actually an MJG lyric, the underrated MJG. That has been used in so many hip hop songs. And yo, if you want a good laugh though, look up ZZ Top 25 Lighters. ZZ Top redid 25 Lighters. Yes, I'm not joking. There's a video and everything. ZZ Top, yes, the dudes with the beards and the hats that do rock, they remade 25 Lighters.
Oh, I gotta check this out.
And look, if you want to take a pause right now to listen to it and come back, I'm not mad, but it is incredible. And they are really doing 25 lighters, 25, what is it? 25 lighters on my dresser, yes sir. I got to get paid. Like they slow it out. It's dope. I'm not gonna fret.
I didn't notice. You are dropping jewels right now, bro.
Yeah, ZZ Top 25 Lighters is dope.
Wow.
I need to do that. I need to figure out some way to do something with that. But yeah, ZZ Top 25 Lighters, which is of course based on the Posse cut, DJ DMD featuring the legendary Fat Pat and Lil Kiki 25 Lighters.
Nice.
So I know I snuck 2 in right there. But
that's all good, man. I like. Listen, those are 2 tracks that I grew up faithfully down in Miami with. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Yeah, and the first time you heard both of them was like, this is different.
Yes.
It was a very different feel and definitely got me more into, because of that, I got way more into the Houston rap that was not UGK and Scarface, and got into Paul and Chamillionaire and Thug. And I already said Kiki.
Yeah.
But yeah, got into it. I still, and Trey. And Zero, oh my gosh, Zero. Like, yeah, so that incredible MCs.
See,
right back over you.
So now, because it's funny that you bring up Houston, because it totally, because I didn't even have this on my list. It brings up Still Tipping on Fofos.
Oh, yes. Another, that's one of the other songs you like, this is different. Yeah. That was a
moment. Fofos hit us hard in college. I think it came out in college.
I didn't even know what 84s were. And then I saw it in where I was like, wait a minute, like you got extended spokes on your cars? Houston. You know what I mean? Like we were all saying it wrong. Like, what are Fofos? Like, oh, 84s, swangers. First time I saw swangers in person in Texas, I was like, how are you? They remind me of the chariot races where people put those extended things. Like, I was like, how are you not killing other people's cars like on this highway? This is so dangerous. You see, they were like, they outlawing swangers. I'm like, good. Could kill somebody.
They really introduced us to the whole world of Houston that we knew nothing about.
Yeah, because Scarface wasn't really talking about that type of stuff. Like he was talking about what he talked about. And even though Pimp and Bun were, it wasn't as heavy yet in their rhymes. And so it was different, like this infatuation with Candy Pate and wood wheels and the fifth wheel grill. Like, you literally put the wheel, you have an extra wheel on your car. Oh. Okay, and you literally are flipping screens and you really have a light show in your trunk. That's not just a lyric. You just flipped up your trunk and you have neon lights in your trunk of your car.
Yep.
When you say that you got glass in your trunk, you're saying that your speakers are enclosed in a see-through glass compartment. I look at Atlanta different because I just thought Atlanta was the king of like stunting. Like I'm like, oh, Atlanta, Miami. Maybe New Orleans. I like, no, we are not stunting. Miami, Atlanta, Memphis. We ain't got nothing on Houston. Houston on some other level.
Houston is some out of this world stuff.
With their cars, especially with their cars.
Most deaf.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a good one.
Yeah, so you brought that up. We're going all out of order right now, so I don't know if
it doesn't matter. Do you keep going? You keep going.
All right, I'm gonna take it up to New York City then.
Okay, we're gonna do some gritty stuff. I'm about to make a transition to New York too, probably.
So this is a remix, and it's one of the few times where the remix is better than the original.
Okay.
And so it's a label song.
I think I know where you're going. I don't want to guess it though.
Here it is. Flavor in Your Ear.
Oh yeah, okay. The introduction to Biggie for a lot of us. Yeah. Let's go. Let's talk about it, bro. Talk about it.
So first of all, you gotta love Puffy, right? You gotta love Puffy.
Yeah, for this anyway.
The bottles at the beginning, even though he took that from a movie, is still iconic.
Outsiders. Yeah.
It's like bad boys come out and play, and then So first of all, you got just the oozing of just cool with Puffy. And how you gonna let Biggie start you off, dog?
I keep telling you about first verses. People be sleeping on that first verse.
So when Notorious B.I.G. starts off a song, and it's kind of like he hits a home run. Abysmal Foes, I got more guns than roses. Vamoose, you whack to me. Take them rhymes back to the factory. I see. And then the one.
It makes the whack lyrics. Shit is depressing. Forget it.
And a line that I'm always repeating a lot. Not from Houston, but I rap a lot. Pack the gat a lot. Bruh, this verse killed me when I heard it.
Craig Mack stopped being the most important thing on the label that day. It'd be like that. Rest in peace to Craig Mack. But
most definitely.
When that verse dropped, he automatically went from the leading scorer to
To be honest with you, I'm not gonna rate his verse, but most memorable, Craig Mack was probably the least memorable person on that song.
He was.
You know, and again, I'm not talking about the technicality of the verse.
No, I'm with you. Like, yeah.
There was just too many personalities on the song. Too many superstars on the song, first of all. Because then LL, whose verse, which you may be like, but his machismo swag just oozed through the song.
I hated his verse growing up.
Really?
His verse.
You did?
Electrocuda, Barracuda. What are you talking about, L? What are you doing? Now I like it. Because I get it, what you just said, the machismo, no, we didn't call it swag back then. But it's like, you got to be dope to say some stuff like that and be okay with it.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Hollis to Hollywood. Oh, come on now, dog.
Yeah. But when I was younger, I was like, what is LL doing? Did he know that Big E and Busta were on this song? Did he know? Like, I wanted Mama Said Knock You Out L. This is I'm that type of guy L. I don't want that L. I don't want she got a big old butt L. I want 4, 3, 2, 1 L on this song. But but still, yeah. Definitely a memorable verse. Yes.
Yeah. So that forever for me will be one of my greatest Posse cuts.
You're not gonna bring up Busta. You got to bring up Busta, bro. You got to bring up Busta.
Okay. Before we bring up Busta, I was like, Rampage is on this song. Oh snap! But the thing, Rampage came correct.
Did you forget he was on the song? Or?
You know, it's just kind of like one of those things you always think Biggie, Busta, LL, and you're just like, oh yeah, that's right, Rampage. But then you like, Rampage also came through.
He did his thing on the song. Yes, he did.
And so, like, again, he was better. He was more memorable than Craig Mack.
Craig Mack had the least memorable verse on the song by far. It's not even. That's gotta be a feeling.
So, also, two more things. One, it's like, damn, Rampage was pretty high energy. What happened to Rampage? And then two, I gotta give we gotta have an LL podcast.
Yeah, he got 14 albums. We can talk about him all day. Yeah. LL is, I'll just wait to talk about it a different day.
What's that? And then Busta, Busta was almost kind of like his scenario self. You know what I'm saying? Like he came through. Yo, little flavors in your ear.
So I read an interview that LL actually wanted his verse to be last. And there was a little bit of contention that his verse wasn't going last. And that I don't know who taught them was like, yo, like, I don't know if you heard Busta verse, he has to go last. So LL, if you even notice a lot of his songs he does, he wants to go last a lot.
Yes.
And that's, he had that type of thing. But I thought about it like, if the last words of that song would have been Electrocuda, Barracuda, here to bring the drama, that wouldn't have been a good way to end that song.
No, it would not.
No, Busta blew up, closed the door, padlocked it, and then burnt the door down. Like, Busta had to go last.
Agreed. I agree.
No, that song was synchro. It sucks that Craig Mack went second, though. It's crazy. Like, he didn't go last, he didn't go first. This thing actually got in the middle, and it's interesting.
It's tough. It's tough to follow Biggie after an
Yeah, he
iconic
probably should have
verse.
went third after Rampage or something because Biggie's verse was just perfection, and it's like, oh, it's Craig Mack's song. So yeah, R.I.P. to Craig Mack though, real talk.
Yeah, what you got, dog?
All right, okay, so you just took us to New York, so I'm actually gonna do a newer song.
Oh,
a newer song, and this song features Kendrick Lamar, Joey Badass, Yellow Wolf, Action Bronson, Danny Brown, Big Crit, and it's actually A$AP Rocky's song. It's called One Train, and it's a just very New York like beat, no hook, and it's just these cats knew that they were competing against each other.
Really?
They knew. Like A$AP, this is A$AP Rocky's first major album. He wanted to get a bunch of the young guns on one song. And if you want to just have an argument with somebody, like, listen to this song and try to figure out who did the best verse. Like, everybody. Some more than others. But when I tell you, everybody did it. Like, but I'm going to say this. Similar to Craig Mack, A$AP not in the top 4 or 5 verses on the song. And, like, at all. Like, but I just said he brought it, right? His verse is good. Let me put it out. His verse is good. But, yeah, he went first. And, like, so he goes first, then Kendrick goes after, and he's like, oh, Kendrick is dope. Like, Kendrick does his Kendrick thing. But then Joey Badass, because he's like, dang, I think Joey might have got Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? And then Yellow Wolf, to me, just
you always carried that Yellow Wolf banner.
I do. I wanted the people still on the train, bro. I am still there. He's just, I guess he disappointed me, but some of his personal stuff he's put out about some things definitely like took me a different way. He needs to apologize for a lot of it, which takes a lot. But like, I definitely was close to swearing him off for some political stuff that he was into, and we can talk about it on another podcast. But yeah, man. But like, I mean, I'm gonna do just a quick. I cannot rap this fast, but this is Yellow Wolf. When you mention my name amongst other white rappers, or for that matter, any fucking rapper, fuck it, painter, skater, musician, trailer park, dirt, dick, digit, burger, flipping, eat, sleep, shitting, human being, you will be in trouble to body double or couple me to these other, because comparatively speaking, my reach is beyond the bubble that they put me in. My vision's beyond the Hubbles I huddle with Nubians, new beginning again. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm like, Yellow Wolf got it. Now I'm like, Yellow Wolf has it. Yellow Wolf had it. Then Danny Brown comes in. And Danny is the super like Redman-ish type of humor thing going on. We the different color like the hood rats bra and panties. And my flow be overhead like pots and pans and pantries. Ain't because I'm high like Michael Jackson, penny loafers, moonwalking on the sun, barefoot with shades on. Your bitch pussy smell like a penguin. Like, what does that even, what?
What does that even mean?
What does that even mean? So so now I'm like, okay, Danny. Now Danny. And then Bronson comes in and his verse is not as good as the one. So I'm still like, okay, maybe Danny, Yella, and then Crit just comes in and just decides to put a flamethrower on the whole song.
You know what, when Crit gets on a Posse track, I feel like he takes it personal.
He does. He has said this multiple times. And A$AP said, when they asked A$AP, like, who had the best verse, he was like, yo, it's Crit. I asked Crit for a simple 16. I got his verse. I was just like, what the hell is this? He's going last. Like, yeah, this is going last. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just, oh my gosh. It is just everything he is, because he's still in this, I'm a Southern rapper, I'm not getting, he knew that Kendrick was on this song. You know what I'm saying? He knew that these big time, some of them weren't big time yet, but he definitely knew this was Kendrick and ASAP. Okay, I'm gonna get in here and Joey, who were considered these three big time. Right? I'm just gonna go here and spaz. It is just, it's just an incredible. I definitely hope everybody listens to it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just BB King saw the king in me, so why can't you? In order to come up close, you're gonna have to dig up Cash and Elvis too. Like, he's just, come on, bro. Like, what we doing? What we doing? So yeah, definitely underrated. A song that no one ever mentions. I don't know why. Maybe should have made a video, One Train, featuring the newer generation of MCs, not named Cole and maybe Sean. But other than that, like this was a murderer's row of new age MCs killing it.
Bro, so, you dropped a gem right there. Like now, like you're dropping some major jewels that I gotta like go.
No, you dropping some. What are you talking about? You dropping some fire. Like, this is a great conversation. And like I said, I like the fact that we're not mentioning some of the more obvious ones. Like, we doing some real digging in the crates, as they say.
Most deaf.
All right.
Let's see what I got up in the mix right now. Okay. All right. Oh, this is so tough. Okay, so
how many more we trying to do a piece? So I know.
I say let's just do 2 more a piece each.
Okay, after you go 2 more. Okay. Ooh, okay. Yeah. All right. Okay.
So this is gonna be the start of my 2 more, right?
No, I went first, so you have 3 more.
Okay.
So you have this one, then 2 after this.
All right then. So, this is a tough one. Gosh.
I know. I'm trying to figure out what the last 2 of mine gonna be. It's rough.
Jeez. All right. So I'm gonna bring one from my memory just back growing up. This was a super fun one for me.
Okay.
Just because I felt like the MCs were just having a lot of fun, and I feel like it's gonna come up in another topic that we have later on in the podcast of what I wish some female MCs would do, but it's Ladies' Night.
Thank you. Yes. I was hoping. Okay, so I gotta do that one now. Great.
Ladies' Night was such a fun song.
Incredible.
And like, you didn't really have like all of the top MCs, but like you had a fun mix. You had Left Eye, Little Kim, Angie Martinez. People hate on her verse, but I liked her verse.
She's a DJ. She was a radio personality. I thought her stuff was dope. I thought her verse was cool. She's not the other MC. She's not you know what I mean?
Right.
I thought it was dope. I thought it set the tone. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
People just hated on her. Nah, she was fine.
Missy Elliott, of course, Missy Elliott gonna bring fun to the mix.
Yeah.
So it was just, every time I hear that song, it just lifted my spirit. It's just kind of, all right, we about to have a good time. Let's do this. This is Ladies' Night, and I feel all right.
We played in the marching band in my high school. That was one of our marching band songs.
Oh, word.
Yeah. We played black music at our marching band. We're one of them schools. Word up.
So, yo, man, shout out to Ladies' Night with a posse cut, the female posse.
Yeah, everybody did their thing on that, too. And then the video was even better because the video had, like, because, like, Mary J. Blige, I think Changing Faces was in the video. In the video. So it even had more, lady, black woman energy in the video. And it was just dope, man. And it was dope. They had a very good MTV Awards performance of it, too. Which was real dope. Back when people still watched the MTV Awards. And man, like, I'm with you. That was one of the ones on my list, like, man, like, hey, do I want to do that? So yeah, you saved me. Now I gotta recalibrate. And once again, you showing love to the ladies. I'm gonna show the love to the ladies too, though. Like, I'm gonna skip some ones I want to talk about because I know we need to wrap it up. So I want to switch to another from the same soundtrack, the Panther soundtrack I talked about earlier. There is a underrated gem that I don't know why people don't talk about it. Then there's 2 versions, so I'll talk about both versions very quickly. It's called Freedom. And there's 2 versions. There's a R&B version and a rap version. On the rap version, this is who this song has on it. Salt and Pepper, Lisa Left Eye Lopez, MC Lyte, Queen Latifah.
Oh.
Patra.
Whoa.
Michelle D'Angelo. I know I pronounced her name wrong, but you know the boss used to play the guitar a lot.
Of course I know her.
Yeah. Yo, we saw her live. We actually saw her live in concert when we went to. Remember when we came up to Maryland?
Oh yeah, that's right.
She was one of the people at the Soul concert, and very underrated. But Lady MC named by the name of Nefertiti from the Five Footers. Like this is a call to arms of lady MCs talking about pretty much what we talk about now. This song come out today. It's about social justice, and it's just super, super dope. And people don't talk about it, and it hurts. Like everybody raps. It's a black, but then there's a R&B version. This is on the R&B version.
Go ahead.
Aaliyah, Brownstone, Vanessa Williams, Monica. I'm missing some obvious people. I want to make sure I don't leave people out. Brandy's on the song too, I think. Who's on the Freedom? Yeah, man. So it's just there's a, like I said, there's a rap version, and there's a there's a rap version and an R&B version, and both are just super, super, super dope. And so and it's called Freedom. Look it up on YouTube. Incredible. TLC, all of TLC is also on the R&B song. I left out a lot of good people.
There's a mosh pit, dude, up in that piece. Yeah.
Oh, you see it?
No. I'm just saying.
It's super dope. And we talked about R&B Posse because that's a legendary R&B Posse cut. And there's a male version on a different soundtrack called You Will Know, and it has like, I'm gonna say this person's name. We didn't know what we knew now, but we know now. But it's R. Kelly, D'Angelo, Boyz II Men, Tevin Campbell, Albie Shore, Aaron Hall, Gerald Levert, Mint Condition. So You Will Know is called by Black Men United. All the proceeds from that song, I think, went to some efforts to help out our brothers and sisters out there. Struggling communities. So yeah, man. So I just snuck in 3 right there. But freedom from the Black Panther soundtrack. Super dope cut. And every lady freaking rips it. Woo! They rip it.
Bruh. Listen, boy. Talk about crate digging right now.
We are crate digging.
For sure.
The last one is not gonna be a surprise though. The last one is not gonna be a crate digger.
All right. This is tough for me for my 2 ones. So I'm going to try, you know what? I'll bring up this one. I Shot Ya.
See, once again, you keep saving me by stuff I did not. Yes. Good gracious, yes. Please talk. I'm just going to sit back.
So this is one of those songs. No hook, straight rhyming, people coming with it. Fat Joe comes through with a line.
Best verse of his whole life.
My gosh. I re-listened to this and I'm just like, Fat Joe, Petey Crack, what? Like he put that mug in flames, dog. And Keith Murray was the one who started it off.
Yeah.
He had a verse on that thing.
Yeah.
But then your boy Fat Joe came through it. And he incinerated that thing. Prodigy still came through with the verse. Foxy was the least,
she was 15 though.
She was 15 in the time?
She was 15 with that verse.
Whoa.
So that puts in a different perspective to me.
Okay, it makes more sense now.
LL said that when he heard her verse, he was like, what just happened? LL said that when he heard Foxy's verse, he just was like, what was that? Like he was in shock over it.
Got you.
Yeah.
I will say this. I love competitive LL.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I want.
I love, like, he just came through like, do you know who I am?
He was dissing multiple cats on that verse too.
Really? Was he now? I don't know who specifically. I know he was dissing somebody.
No, he was dissing one person in particular. I'm gonna let you finish, and I'm gonna tell you who he was dissing. He said 3 people he dissed are in the start, you know.
Okay. So I think one was Kane. You know what I'm saying?
No. He won't no part of Kane. Nobody wants part of Kane. No. There's only one person that can diss Kane. That's Rakim. No. That's not who he did.
Who did he diss? Because I don't remember. I just remember his just intensity.
I diss Mo D.
Mo D. My bad.
Mo D. Hammer and Ice-T's girls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He did.
But think about what he says in the song. I want you to just really think about what he says. He's dissing a very particular person in this song. And that particular person dissed him back later, but it did not get any press. I'm going to bring up the lyrics. And I'm just going to see if you can think about who he is dissing. I want to make sure I say it right.
A deep dive into his lyrics.
Yeah. We're gonna do. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna. Oh, it's not the right version. Oh, it's the remix. Okay. I'm like, that's not the.
I'm like, I shot your remix. I'm trying to figure out who was in that I shot your remix.
No. That is the I Shot Your remix.
Okay.
If you go to the album, there's a version called I Shot You that is only LL on it.
Okay, got
it. The one we hear made the video is a remix. Okay. All right. Okay. That's real. What's up with the I Shot You deal? Light shit, nigga slip. Now how the bullet feel? New York will peel. In LA, they gang bang. But if you touch a mic, your motherfucking ass hang. That's facts. Niggas don't receive no type of slack. Because if they do, their ass is always running back. Not this time, but next time, I'ma name names.
Wait.
New York will peel. I want you to think about what was happening during this time.
Because I'm trying to figure out when was I Shot You released? Because
1990. When did let me see. When did Mr. Smith come out? I want to say 95, but I want to make sure. When did Mr. Smith release? Oh, that looked up something I didn't want to look up. I looked up when the Mr. Smith Believe in the movie came.
95.
95. Sorry, yeah, 95. So, New York will peel. In LA, they gang bang. But if you if you get on the mic, yo, looking ass hang.
So no, you don't think he's talking about Pac, is he?
It's exactly who he was talking about. Exactly who he was talking about. Yes. See, also to remind you, what was the name of the song that Biggie put out that Pac was so upset? We dropped knowledge on the Frito and Willie show.
Oh snap! Who shot you?
I shot you. Now look, maybe this is all coincidence, but it's not. Yes.
Yo, LL wildin', dog. He is, man.
He was super wildin', bro. He was super wildin'. I remember my cousin bringing this up because I was what, 13? And so my cousin brought it up. I remember when the song came out. He's like older than me. He's like 3 years older than me, my cousin Tyree. He was like, LL be talking greasy. I didn't know what he was talking about. He's like, man, New York, he be talking greasy, man, on these records. I was like, what is he talking about? And I was like you ain't hit us. I thought you was in the rap. I was like, oh my God, he's talking about Pac. He's like, yeah, he's talking about Pac. Come on, it's obvious who he's talking about. Big Pocket just got shot. New York will peel. But in LA, they gang bang. You know what I'm saying? Well, like, stay where you at.
Okay, so again, I don't want to touch on this.
So, okay, so this is why I think this happened. This is Willie's theory.
Okay.
If you listen to the song Old School by Pac, which is on, what's the album is that on? I think it's on Me Against the World. Yeah. It's on Me Against the World. And
Okay.
so he sort of disses Pac first. I mean, he sort of disses LL first. You know, so in the first verse, he goes, I remember, because it's pretty much like Pac going through like all these old school artists that he still like holds dear. And he goes, I remember Mr. Magic Flash, Grandmaster Cass from LL Raising Hell, but that didn't last. And that's something LL's very, very sensitive about, was the fact that LL started off being like bad and, you know, big and deafer, but he started to realize that I need love and I'm that type of guy. Those type of songs were the ones that were really getting him the real MHL play. And a lot of rappers didn't really like that. I definitely had cousins that jumped off the LL train when it seemed like he was gonna be more R&B-ish than 4-3-2-1. You know what I mean? And so, yeah.
So that's what I was gonna bring up, because I was like, this dude has maneuvered lovey-dovey R&B to hard grittiness so well to sitcom TV. Like, you gotta respect dude on how he maneuvers in and out. Like how
Yeah.
he's played the game probably the best. Oh, listen, I gotta think about it in its totality. But that's why when I was going down this thing of like listening to songs, I'm like, LL is just, his career is amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it like this. He's kind of like LeBron James of hip hop.
Only reason I can't say he's out LeBron James, that I think, and this is no diss to LL, but I think he stopped winning titles in hip hop a very, very long time ago. And he definitely won titles in other areas of his life, but LL has not made, for him to be as great as an MC as he is, it's amazing that he doesn't, other than radio. You know what? Somebody's gonna argue with me and say that Mama Said Knock You Out or Mr. Smith are classic albums, but they're not in the same level of classic that we give Jay-Z's multiple disputed classics or Biggie's two disputed, you know, almost undisputed classics.
Right.
Or Nas's. You know what I mean? He's not, for him to be on that level seen as those artists, like, I think if you were like, let's name the top 10 albums of these four people, I don't think there's an LL Cool J album in that top 10. And that's rough to say. But there's no way I'm picking LL Cool J album over Illmatic or Stillmatic or Reasonable Doubt or The Black Album or Blueprint or Biggie's two albums. So now you're like, maybe it's the 8th or 9th best album. Then it's like, is it better? Would I pick that over American Gangster? Would I pick that over Godson? I don't know. Oh, I'm not picking over It Was Written. So now it's like, you know what I mean? For him to be a GOAT level MC, and I didn't even talk about Rakim. And then you throw like somebody like Rakim in there, it's like, So, yeah. All right.
Who can more than them, man? That's good. I like this. I like this combo.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get into your last song. What you got for your last song?
So the last song is going to be the one that is a mainstream. It's a mainstream song.
Okay, that's cool.
Super mainstream. Got nominated for a Grammy. Should have won. Still pissed off it didn't win. It is the song that is recited at multiple black weddings. Multiple black weddings.
I think I know where you go.
You saw me at my situation. You saw me act a fool to this song. It has arguably representation from the 3 greatest Southern hip hop groups ever. Production by 3 6 Mafia. Guest appearances by Outkast. And of course, it's featured on a UGK album, and it's International Players Anthem. International Player is my favorite collaboration posse cut of all time because it does everything that a posse cut can do. Number one, the verses are freaking incredible. And they're so incredible, they stand out as unique verses. If you listen to the song, DJ Paul even programmed that way, knows that the beat changes on everybody's verse.
Oh.
Because Paul wanted it to be that way. So so it has multiple incredible lines. And like, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't know what to say. But the way 3000 comes in with, just the minimalist beat and just comes in and sets the stage that a wedding is happening and that, it's just incredible how the song happens. And then Pimp C comes in with the total opposite of all that. The total opposite. He's on his pimp shit. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Bun B, who's back on the pimp shit. You know what I'm saying? Baby, you've been rolling solo time to get down with the team because it's greener on that other side. You know what I mean? Like, no, there is not a wasted line in the whole song. Every line is incredible. And then you got Big Boy, who comes back to the wedding shit and pretty much completes the story. It feels like a conversation. It really felt like you got the brother who's about to get married, and you got the two knucklehead cousins that are like, man, I'm still in the game, though. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the experienced guy who been married for like 5-10 years, like, hey, man, look, know what you're doing. I'm just saying, know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Going raw from the giddy up, you're going to be picking up the kids up with that child support. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is a perfect song. The sample is incredible. Shout out to Willie Hutch, the Mac. And the backstory on that, the only reason that song happened is because of one person, Project freaking Pat. Pimp was locked up, and there's a song called Choose You, where Project Pat literally has the exact same sample. And of course, that means it was produced by who? Paul and Jay. So Pimp is in jail. And he is asking people like, oh my gosh, I know Choose You is killing the radio. And people are like, nah, it's not really getting played. He contacts Paul and Paul and goes, hey, when I got out of jail, I want the reels. I want that. Don't touch the beat. I want that beat. And so if you buy the album, the original version is not Outkast on the song. It's Juice and Paul. So the original Choose You is actually Juice, Paul, New GK, because Paul was like, okay, I'll put some verses on it for you, right? I guess the record label hears it and was like, this is something bigger than what it should be. I like Juice and Paul. You need to get Outkast on this. And they do. And Paul and Juice, like, we don't care. We just want to be a part of this. Like, this is a crazy moment. We got three of the biggest rap groups of all time. South, let's do this. That's why the video was due. That's why Paul and Juice have big parts in the video. Like, it is such an incredible moment. The video is the best, my second favorite video of all time. It's hilarious how they did it with the wedding and everything. And like I said, I've been to so many black weddings, including my own, where that song has to get played.
I played at my wedding.
You played it? Yeah, Frank, you played it yours too.
Yeah.
Curtis played it at his. Curtis played it at his. Multiple guys I've known, I played it at theirs. And so, yeah. So for me, it's competitive. You can tell the cats took it seriously. Beats incredible. It's fun. You can play that anywhere. Like, that song is going to be. I think it's on the short list of one of the greatest hip hop songs of all time.
Listen, when you make a compilation of great Andre verses, that song is
on the list. It's in the top 3 or 4.
Yeah.
That's like everybody else got a verse too. Like, that's why I did Bun's verse. I think Bun's verse doesn't get talked about a lot. But like, his verse is incredible. And I also personally, this is pretty much Pimp's last, real public, mainstream situation before he passed.
Yeah.
And and I'm glad that he had that moment before he passed, that he was able to experience like how big that song was. So
Most definitely.
and there's a player's anthem for me. Like, yeah. So I'm turning over to you, dog, to close us out.
Oh boy, you made this kind of hard for me. That was a great ending right there. All right, so I'm just gonna make the choice. Uh, this is a tough one. So,
I know you got some heat. That's why I'm anticipating this.
all right. So I already did. All right, I'm gonna take it to Kanye.
Really?
Yes.
Oh dear, I know what you about to do. Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna say Monster, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Monster.
I did not see this coming. Okay, all right.
You know, because there was just so much fire. You know what I mean? I'm just like,
No, this is not a bad choice. Not a bad choice. Not a bad choice. And a huge song. Oh my gosh, a huge song.
So first of all, Nicki cleaned up and killed it.
Outstanding. This is how you want a new artist to get themselves out there.
Right.
This, I'll be real with you. This made her a star.
Yes.
Period. I don't care what anybody said. This is the most important verse of her career. It's not close. Yeah.
Because you have to understand, like, this gave her credibility. It gave her respect. You know what I'm saying? It earned her all that stuff with Monster. I'm surprised. I'll be honest with you. I'm surprised. Because, yeah, Jay is on the song. Rick Ross is on the song. Kanye is on the song.
You have 3 of the top 5 biggest rappers at that time. The other 2 bigger rappers were on her label, Drake and Wayne. She literally had, this is huge. This is ridiculous.
So I don't know if it was because Kanye was just like, yo, we leaving this verse in and it's going to be last. I don't know if people like wanted to redo their verse or whatever, or because Kanye has themes and theatrics and everybody played to their theatrics very well. The song is just kind of like this creepy horror.
Oh yeah.
You know? And so and everybody voice lend perfectly. Rick Ross's voice was laid on the track beautifully. You know,
with a very short verse. Like, what do you do, like 5-6 bars? And it
wasn't long at all, but I feel like he was kind of like a Hitchcocky.
The intro,
yeah.
the build up.
Exactly. And and then Jay-Z came with a bit of eeriness into it.
Naming the monsters. Yeah.
Exactly. And then Nicki was just the like psychopath who just killed everybody. She was the monster.
She was the monster in the song.
Decimated the song.
Yes.
So that's why it's one of the best Posse songs to me, because the theme, the concept, the execution of it.
The moment.
Yeah. And of course, Kanye produced it very well, as he always does.
Yes.
Monster for me was one of those things. I'm just like, oh my gosh, that for me hit home, man. Monster did it.
Yeah, it made, because I think, I don't know if we were talking about it at the time, but I've been bumping Nicki for a while before that. I had the Playtime Is Over mixtape, and I really was following her stuff, and I was concerned, even though this is what she wanted later. It's very important. It's what she wanted later. I was very concerned she was about to get put in the sexy girl who raps a little bit box. And so I was very proud of her for getting on this and realizing the moment. Like, I am about to get on Kanye West's album, and Jay and Rick Ross are on this song. This is going to be a big moment. I'm going to be the lady MC on here. And she Lauryn Hilled it. And I was very proud of her. It gave her ridiculous credibility. I mean, I can admit I don't rate the song that high for me, but I rank the moment high, because I think it's very, very important that if she would have been skunked, she wouldn't have been on the song. Yeah, that's number one. Kanye doesn't do that. Like, she wouldn't have been on the song. But she was so good, Kanye couldn't slide her to the slider either. It's like, oh crap, she's the showcase. That's what it is. Like, it's what it is. This is the Nas live at the barbecue moment where it's like, this is third base's song, but everybody's gonna be talking about Nas. And I felt like that's what I felt. I felt like she Nas'd this song. Because I remember after live at the barbecue, everybody like, who's this young cat Nas? Who's Nas? Who's Nas? I know this is third base's song, but who's Nas? So it became who's Nicki? Who's Nicki? Who's Nicki? She's rapping. She can rap. She can rap. She just doesn't look good. She can ribbity rap. And so I think that's a great addition. This is when I was starting to wane on a couple of the artists that we named in this song, but no, this is a very important song and literally a career defining and career changing song for Nicki.
Most deaf. And speaking about Nicki, they kind of transitions over to our other topic about who are MCs that we would like to see together, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like that dream team type thing.
Okay.
So I don't really have a dream team, but something I wish for that I feel like, whether you agree with a concept or not, why don't we have a Nicki, Remy Ma, your girl, the other popping one, I can't believe I forgot.
Talking about WAP?
No, the other girl from WAP. Gosh.
Megan Thee Stallion?
So
Cardi B?
Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B, City Girls.
You know why? What are you talking about? You know why? If you know more than three females, if you ever been in a room with three women at the same time, you know the answer. And look, this is not really being misogynistic or anything. Like, it's just like we saw it with Kim, and like we talked about Ladies Night earlier. You know who was not on that song? Foxy Brown was not on that song. A lot of it is the media. But a lot of it is just like this selling that there can only be one bad bee at one time situation. And no, that will never happen.
I feel like the fans,
even when motorsport happened, it was a con job. Nicki didn't even know what was happening. The motorsport song with Migos and Cardi.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Nicki didn't even know Cardi was gonna be on the song. She didn't know. She had no idea. That's why people thought that she was sort of dissing Cardi on the song, because she didn't know Cardi was gonna be on the song. They're still not cool. I think Nicki took the 50 Cent personality. And 50 just did all, and we're gonna talk about this in the pod. This is a great pod to have. How 50 literally hurt New York rap by going out of his way sometimes to mess up unity of New York hip hop unity. Because he wanted to be king of New York in a different way that Biggie wanted to be king of New York, in a different way that Nas or even Jay-Z wanted to be king of New York. 50 wanted to destroy other people. And if you even did stuff that didn't involve him, like Fat Joe and Ja and Jada doing a great song to unite New York, he disses all of them, and everybody had anything to do with it. Same thing with Nicki. Nicki been throwing shade at Cardi. Nicki doesn't, and she can say what she wants, but Nicki is as powerful as she was on this Black Unity woman movement. What song did she do with any what song did she ever do with anybody? That was a lady. You know how many people could have benefited from being on a Nicki song? So many young females and Steve's Tink, somebody. She didn't want to, because she, even in her song, she's like, I want to be the bad bitch. I want to be the only one. And so like that just leaks into like, so I think Cardi's different. Cardi's gonna do songs with Megan.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there may be a version where I could never see Cardi and Megan doing a song with some people, but no, I don't think Nicki's gonna be invited. Nicki don't want to be invited. Nah, man. Remy Ma? Are you serious? No. With Nicki? No. Yeah, Meg, Remy, and Cardi. I can see that. And they might throw in, I mean, this is this young lady's name. I'm not making a joke. They might throw in light-skinned Keisha from Atlanta. You know, she got some stuff on the radio. People been sending me. That's her name, light skin Keisha. I don't got nothing to say about it. But yeah, but nah, Nikki does not want that.
You just feel like where it just makes too much sense for like
Sense
all of
doesn't
them.
make any difference. It is not just the ladies. Let me put it out there. I do not want to just say just the ladies. Like, there is no excuse. There is no Nas, Black Thought, 3000 song. Like, what are we doing? But then, you know what irritates the heck out of me? You know, when people pass, it's always like 3000 saying that there were plans, there were talks about doing a Tribe Called Quest Outkast album, but Fife's gone. Or UCJ and Paul saying, you know, there's going to be a song called, there was supposed to be an album called Underground Mafia, but Pimp passed. And like, there's a whole lot of these examples. I'll put out there a lot of these examples of people like, oh, there were going to be plans for this person, isn't here anymore. People here, man. Like, there's a lot of ego. It's not just the ladies, it's the dudes too. Like, so my dream collabo would be 3000. You already know I'm about to say, cuz 3000. Black Thought, M, Killer Mike, Big Crit. I know I'm supposed to put 5 people on here, but I'm gonna throw this person in there. Nas, Mad Lib on the beat.
What did Mad Lib produce? Pardon me, I'm not.
A lot of the Freddie Gibbs stuff I'm always ranting about.
Okay.
I just love what he's been doing lately. Like, he's just been doing some incredible stuff. He does that real. He makes beats that will be made for a Posse cut.
That's right.
You know, if I wanted to make it jumpier, like that's like my standard. Like everybody, you know, on a fun song, maybe I'll switch out some of the people. But yeah.
What made you choose specifically those guys right there?
Okay, 3000 because I know shit. So 3000 because even though he's not interested in solo work, it's amazing that when people get him on their stuff, he still puts out 5-star shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's number one. Number two is Eminem because Eminem takes it very, 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 very seriously.
Yes, he does.
And I could have put Royce the 5'9" in Eminem's place too. So one of those people. Number 3, Black Thought because he takes it super freaking seriously.
Yes.
And I just feel like there's not enough Black Thought features, you know. All right. The next person I said was Crit. Because I feel like Crit, we already talked about what he does. And I want a new school dude on there. Yeah. And he would be the new school person that would be like, what, Stacks on the song? What? Let me get right. And then Killer, because Killer's a nut job, and Killer takes everything he does seriously. And I threw Nas in there because similar to Thought, there's not a lot of Nas features lately. And especially with what he just put out and me being happy with that, I like to see some more Nas out there, to keep it real with you. Listen. With people of his stature, though, I don't want you on songs with Fabio Foreign and ASAP Ferg and who else he had on that? Well, your cuz from Chicago.
Oh my gosh, yeah, ASAP Ferg. He had Lil Durk.
Durk, yeah, I don't want that, bro. Nas, if you better be rapping with Thought or Stacks or M, who you don't have any songs with, by the way. Nas.
You're just saying.
You're just saying, bro. Like, y'all, everybody I named that list is on the GOAT category. And the person who's not is Crit, he on his way. Like, I feel like all the other guys, I know Killer Mike doesn't, people don't look at Killer Mike, but Killer Mike have been dropping anvils on people's heads for the last, 6-7 years. But when I say Nas, Thought, Stacks, who does I leave out? Thought, yeah. Thought, Nas, Stacks, and M, y'all GOATs. Why is there no song? Needs to be a song. I need a song.
I feel like M, Black Thought, and Killer Mike would definitely, I'm going to outdo everybody as best as possible. And 3000 and Nas will bring the song together.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And you need that guy and those guys. Mm-hmm. So there is a great song. We were talking about another cop, but there is a song called Good Morning that came out recently. And it's dope. Black Thought, Pusha T, Killer Mike. Oh my God, everybody goes crazy. So
what?
We can talk about that. We probably need to make a mini. After you listen to it, we'll make a mini episode out of it.
Bet. Yeah. And bet that
right, so I'm done, man. I'm done, bro. What else you want to talk about?
Oh my God. Listen, we covered a lot up in this piece, yo, man. I think we covered all of that we wanted to do, Posse Cut.
Part 1. This is definitely gonna be part 1. Cause I'm looking at my playlist and like, they talk about that. Yeah, my play. I'm like, yo, I didn't bring up. I brought that's what was I really wanted to bring up, but we were out of time. So this is part 1.
Yo, I just want to tell everybody thank you again for all the support and love. We appreciate it. Please follow us on all social media sites at Frito and Willie. You know, Frito just like the chip, and A-N-D Willie. Subscribe to YouTube. Follow us on all social media sites. We appreciate all the love, and thank you very much. Peace.
Real name, no gimmicks.